Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about my September TBR. It is officially September and I'm so freaking excited. If you guys saw my last video, I did not read that much in the month of August. So I am here and back with a vengeance to try and catch up with my never-ending TBR. I have quite a few books on my TBR that I need to get through, and I literally cannot stop buying books. So we are here today to talk about my TBR. I'm gonna start with all my physical TBR books. I picked out a whole bunch of physical books this month because I was severely lacking last month and I want to get through some of my physical TBR. So without further ado, we are just gonna jump right into this. So the first book that I want to read is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This has been on my summer TBR literally for the last 2 years and I still haven't read it. And I picked it up at Savers for like $3.50 and it looked really, really cute. I've heard really good things about Carly Fortune's books. I'm not a huge romance girly, but I guess I'm entering my romance girly era because that's literally all I've read for the past like whole summer basically, is all just romance books. But I don't know, the cover is just so freaking cute. It's about this girl named Fern who basically has wasted her whole adult life, and she runs into this guy who changes her life basically, and that's what it's about. There they are right there on the cover. So hopefully this ends with a very sappy, romantic, happy ending. I need a win. I need an easy book to get me back into this TBR. I did start this book and I don't know how I feel about it so far. Next up on my TBR is Eyes on Me by Sarah Kate. If you guys don't know, this is the second book in the Salacious Players Club, preceded by Praise. I'm really excited about this book because the whole series is about this group of friends who worked for this, I think, tech company or something like that, and the company closed, and they were like, maybe we should open up like a place where people can explore their deepest, darkest fantasies. And they open it up. And this one follows Garrett. And each of them are all a little different in the, how do I say this? In the fantasies that they like to peruse. And I've literally been holding off on binging this entire series because I just don't want it to be over. So I'm going to read one book a month for the next like 6 months. And yeah, I love it. And the covers, the discreet covers are absolutely gorgeous. Like, if you guys saw my last video, of course you know that A Court of Mist and Fury is on my monthly TBR this month. I'm going to figure out all the answers to all the questions that I had in this video. Why? Why do we hate Tamlin? Why do we like Rysand so much? Why? Does the writing get better? I hope so. I hope so. I don't know if I'm excited for this or if I'm not excited for this. I really just can't tell. I'm just buying into the hype at this point. I haven't found the drive to actually enjoy the books thus far. So let's see if the hype can really pull me in, get me going. Yeah. And then we have another book that's literally been on my TBR forever. 5 Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards. I believe I picked this one up at Savers as well. There's no sticker on it anymore. I honestly, honest to God, don't even remember what this is about. I think it's about 5 total strangers who go to a place. Oh, it's about an airport. They rent a car, and because the airport's closed and weird things just start happening. So, thriller, to get back into my thriller era because I've taken a really huge break from thrillers, which is wild because all I used to read was thrillers. So I want to get back into them. It looks really interesting. The words are kind of big and spaced out, and that really helps with my ADHD. It's not a long book. It's like 300 pages. So hopefully I get to her. I'm really excited. Then we have another one that's been on my TBR for a really long time. I think all of these have frankly been on my TBR for a really long time, and I'm trying to pull from the first end of my TBR instead of all the ones that I literally just bought. But this one is called Tell Me How to Be by Neil Patel. And this one is talking about a woman who's approaching the 1-year anniversary of her husband's death. And she can't stop wondering if 35 years ago she chose the wrong life. So it's all about grief and growing up and what ifs. And I believe this one's literary fiction. I wanted to read this so long ago for my book club. This one has multiple points of view. Chicky, please stop. I love the window. I don't know if you can see him, but he wants to look out the window. But has multiple points of view. I think it's her son comes home to say goodbye when they pack up their childhood home and everything like that. I don't know. Just seems like growing up, and I just really want to read it. I think it'll be really, really, really good. The next up, we have Circe by Madeline Miller. Ever since I read Song of Achilles, I've wanted to read this. We had a cousin's book club that I thought we were going to read this in, and we never ended up doing it, and my sister already read it, and I just really want to read it so freaking bad. My little Latin school heart loves anything related to Greek mythology, so really want to read her. I don't even really know what it's about, frankly. I think I bought these all so long ago that I literally am going in blind to all of these books, but the cover is just gorgeous. I wanted to buy the hardback version of this book because it was so gorgeous, but I'm just not a hardback girly, so we have the paperback version. Then, of course, we have another Lucy Score book, Forever and Ever. I feel like I'm going to end up reading this one in the winter time, frankly, because the cover just screams winter. But she's a thick one. She's floppy. I haven't read a Lucy Score book in such a long time, since The Things We Left Behind, which I read probably when it first came out. But yeah, I don't even remember what this is about. It's about a guy named Brick and a girl named Remy. It's something about brooding, and I don't know. It's giving Credence vibes, but I don't even know if I really liked Credence. I don't know. That's just the vibe that the cover is giving me. It's giving me Credence. And I just really, really need to dive into another Lucy Score book, because I read By a Thread not that long ago, and it was okay. It was a great read. I'll never read it again, but... And last up on my physical TBR this month is Charmed Thirds by Megan McCafferty. If you've seen my last video, you know I'm in the middle of reading the Sloppy First series. This is the third book in the series where she goes away to college, and we'll see what that holds for her. And then, of course, we have all the books that I want to read on my Kindle this month, and I will post them here on the screen for you. First up on my Kindle that I want to read is Hunting Adeline. I have already started this book. Did I really want to read it? No, I didn't. But Haunting Adeline starts or ends on a cliffhanger. So I need to read Hunting Adeline. I need to know what happens. I did not like Haunting Adeline at all, but I need to know what happens, so we're gonna read it. I want to read Brain Damage by Frida McFadden. It's been on my TBR for the last couple months, and I just haven't got to it because every time I see the little Kindle thing scroll at the bottom, it's like 5 hours till you finish this book, and I'm like, for a Frida McFadden book, 5 hours? Unheard of. But I'm going to read it this month. I'm going to read it. And the last book I want to read on my Kindle this month is Caught Up, which, if you don't know, is the third book in the Mile High, like, Windy City series. And I loved Mile High, and I loved Caught Up. So I'm really excited for this third book in the series. I need to get to it. So these are all the books that I want to read in the month of September. Check back for my September Wrapped, probably the first week of October, to see how many of these I got through and what I thought. If you guys have any comments on these books or what I should read next, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.